Can you stand up from a chair without using your hands? It sounds simple, but most 80-year-olds can't do it. If you're listening and thinking, no big deal, then maybe you're special. Leave a comment below. I'd love to know if you can do it. Many people in their 80s have settled for a quiet life. No more fast steps, no more challenges, and no more strong vibrations in their bodies. But there are a few people, very few, who retain the flexibility, agility, and spirit of their 20s. They can do things that most people their age can't. And if you're one of them, chances are, you're aging backwards. Not because of luck, but because of something you're about to discover in this video. Something that makes you different, and it's not by accident. So, what is the real sign that you are aging backwards? It's not just that you're still walking fast. It's not just that your memory is still sharp. There is a sign that very few people notice. Many people still avoid mentioning it, but it is an important biological manifestation. That is, the desire and the ability to maintain sex. At the age of
70, 80. It sounds strange.
Even many people find it difficult to talk about. But the truth is, sex is a very natural part of human life. At all ages.
Not just when you're young.
But when you get old. Many people assume that that thing is a thing of the past. It's something no longer necessary. They accept that passion has cooled. They believe that their bodies are no longer suitable. But in fact, it's the opposite. If you, even at 70 or 80 years old, still have the desire, still able to be physically close to your partner, then you are carrying a very special sign. You are healthier than many people your age, even healthier than people decades younger than you, because sex is not just about emotions. It is a reflection of cardiovascular health, of hormones,
of blood circulation,
of the nervous system, and even the brain. If all those systems are still working well, you can maintain that ability. And that is a golden sign that you are aging backwards. And now, I want to share with you a true story. A man. His name was George. He was 82 years old. He lived in a small, quiet town near the hills of southern Texas. He had spent his entire life working as a mechanic. He was a man of few words, but very principled. The people around him all loved him. But when he retired, everything changed. No more work. No more daily routine. George started waking up late and lying around all morning. He rarely smiled, he was irritable, and he often brooded alone for long periods of time. His wife, Mary, recalled. He didn't care about anything anymore. Even the barbecue he used to love. He didn't want to touch it. He tossed and turned every night. His body was tired, and he almost stopped touching his wife. Until one day, George agreed to go for a general checkup. The doctor listened to his condition.
No prescription. No supplements.
Just gently said, George, you need to get back to yourself. Cut down on alcohol. Cut down on sweets. Walk every morning, even if it's just 10 to 15 minutes. And most importantly, talk more to Mary. George smiled wryly. But he tried it anyway. The first day, he walked less than a lap around the backyard. The first week, he craved sugar, craved beer, but he tried to hold back. And the special thing was, every morning, he started to sit down and eat breakfast with his wife.
No rush. No silence.
They talked about small things. Then gradually, George started to reminisce about old memories. Mary also started to look at him differently. Warmer. Closer. 3 months later, George returned to the clinic with a gentle smile. He was sleeping well. His weight was stable. His complexion was clearer. His spirits were higher. But what surprised the doctor most were the last words he said before leaving the room. Thank you, doctor. I feel like I can hug my wife again, without feeling shy, like before. That wasn't a miracle. It was the result of small, but lasting changes. And more than physical. It was an emotional rebirth. So, why was George able to regain his emotions? Why did just a few small changes help him feel as close to his wife as he did in the beginning? The answer lies in the science behind that thing. Many people think sex in old age is a luxury. It's something that naturally disappears over time. But the truth is different. As we age, sex hormones, especially testosterone in men, will gradually decrease. This is natural and inevitable. But decreasing doesn't mean losing. It doesn't mean ending. For those who know how to take care of their bodies, know how to exercise properly, eat healthily, get enough sleep, the body can still regenerate testosterone naturally. You don't need hormone injections. No expensive drugs. Just be patient and listen to your body. And the surprising thing is, sex, if maintained in moderation, is not just an emotional activity, but also a natural therapy for health. Did you know? Regular sexual activity can help relieve stress, improve sleep, stabilize blood pressure, keep the heart healthy, maintain bone density, make the body more flexible and the mind happier. Sex is not just about pleasure. It is a physical and mental exercise. An exercise helps you keep alive inside, when many others are used to silence. Maybe,
At some point in your life, you've tugged.
bed sex is only for young people. That, when you reach 60, 70, or 80, that should be closed. Gently, quietly.
No need to mention it again.
But, why does it have to be like that?
Who set the limit for love?
Who set the age for touching hands?
For a light kiss on the cheek?
For a time leaning against each other in the windless afternoon?
If in your heart, you still love. If in your heart,
You still have feelings. Then touching each other. Even if it's just a hug. A shoulder to lean on while watching TV. Or a time holding hands while walking together. It's also very precious. Because physical intimacy, at any age, is not just about pleasure. It is not just about satisfaction. It is an affirmation. We still need each other. Intimacy.
make you feel alive.
Not just for your children and grandchildren,
Not juste to survive for the day.
but to live. With emotions, with connection, with the person who has been with you all your life. It also helps your partner.
Feel cared for.
Appreciated.
Not forgotten.
When we touch each other.
We say many things.
Even without saying a word. We say,
I am still here. I still need you.
we are still a couple. Because there are relationships that don't need to be said every day. But just one touch is enough to make the heart flutter.
Like when you first fall in love.
And perhaps no one understands the value of intimacy
Of love the knowledge.
more than those who are silently living with it every day. Not doctors, not researchers, but those grandparents, aunts and uncles out there.
Holding on. Going through the sunny and rainy seasons of life. One afternoon.
I happened to meet Mrs. Helen, 78 years old.
In a small, quiet park in southern Oregon.
She sat next to her husband, Mr. Walter, thin, gentle eyes. They looked at each other, not saying much, but their eyes spoke volumes about their whole lives. When I asked her, "What makes you feel most attached at this age?" she just smiled, then gently said, "He might even love me more than when we first got married. Now we don't need much.
Just un handshake.
Or a night of hugging each other to sleep." She said that then leaned over, gently placing her hand on her husband's shoulder. Not noisy. Not exaggerated. But very warm.
Like the late afternoon sunlight shining through the wooden window.
She added, "When I was young, I thought love was something big. But now I see. Just waking up in the morning, still having someone by my side to make a cup of tea. At night, having a tight hug to sleep soundly.
D'été neuf.
Those shared words. No need to explain further. Because, in each simple sentence, it's a whole life of two people choosing to walk together. With love, no longer passionate, but as persistent as breathing.
After all that sharing.
You might be wondering, so what can I do to keep that feeling, that health, and that connection? Is there a way that I can age backwards? The answer is yes. No expensive drugs.
No strict regimen.
Just, you start with very small things. Things you can absolutely do every day. Here are 5 simple secrets to make your body healthier and your spirit younger every day. 1. Do some light exercise every morning. No need to go to the gym. Just walk around the yard.
Do some basic yoga move. Stretch your body for 15 minutes every morning.
Slow movements.
Will help your blood circulation.
Flexible joints. And your mind. Start the new day more gently. 2. Eat simply and healthily.
Cut down on sugar.
Limit packaged, fried, greasy foods. Increase green vegetables, fruits, whole grains. Eat enough. Chew thoroughly.
Don't skip meal. Because what you put in your body will determine how you feel every day.
3. Communicate with your partner, and don't be afraid to talk. Talk more. Even if it's just the little things of the day. Listen to each other more. And don't be afraid to mention intimacy. Just saying,
I miss you.
Or let's cuddle and sleep tonight, is enough to awaken a stream of emotions that have been dormant for a long time.
4. Get enough sleep and deep sleep.
Try to go to bed before 11 p.m. Get at least 7 hours of sleep every night.
Turn off electronics early. Don't eat dinner too late. Sleep is the golden time.
For the body to recover, and hormones to regenerate naturally. 5. Regular health checkups. Especially cardiovascular.
Blood pressure.
Hormones.
Early detection.
Timely adjustment is the way to keep your body always in the best condition. You don't need to go back to your 20s. You just need to keep your body and mind in the best condition of yourself today.
No one else can do it for you.
But if you start from today,
you will feel
that you are not getting old, but getting younger every day. If you've made it this far, I want to tell you something very important. Something you've probably never heard directly from anyone, but you need to hear it. If you, at this age,
still feel the desire to live, still feel the tree,
still want to be close to your partner, or if you can still maintain a healthy sex life, even if it's not regular, but it's still full, tender, and emotional, then you're not normal.
You're special.
You're living healthier than most people your age. You're holding on to a very important part of your vitality, both physically and mentally. You're challenging something that generations before you believed was obvious. That to grow old is to be weak. That to grow old is to give up. That love is only for the young. But you are proving otherwise. You are showing that age is just a number. That what matters most
is how you love life. Is how you keep your body moving every day.
Is how you nurture your emotions, connect, and are not afraid to touch love again.
You are the living proof
that people can age backwards. If you see yourself in this video,
live à comment?
Just write, I am still living fully. Because who knows? Your words will be the motivation. For someone who needs hope. And if you know a friend, a loved one, who is on a journey to regain health, emotions, and connection, send this video to them.
We are never too old to love.
It's never too late to start taking care of yourself. Thank you for taking the time to listen.
Wishing you always be healthy.
Always live with a warm heart. And always have someone to hold your hand every day.
See you again.
In the next videos. There. We will continue to share.
Simple qu'un things.
But can change a life.